Happy Thanksgiving. I'm Omar Reese with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow has officially been activated off injured reserve. He's expected to start tonight against the Ravens after being out since week 2 with a turf toe injury. Elsewhere, the Falcons are expecting to be without receiver Drake London for Sunday's game against the Jets. Head coach Raheem Morris said London will be doubtful this week as he continues to deal with a knee injury. The Patriots have placed offensive tackle Will Campbell on injured reserve with a knee injury. He'll miss at least the next 4 games, but head coach Mike Vrabel said earlier this week Campbell isn't expected to miss the rest of the season. And former Lions center Frank Ragnow is coming out of retirement and rejoining the team. Detroit reinstated the 4-time Pro Bowler from the reserve retired list on Wednesday. Ragnow retired back in June after spending his entire 7-year career in Detroit. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Need to sell your house fast? Whether you're facing foreclosure, stuck with bad tenants, or just ready for a fresh start, House Buyer Network can help. We buy homes as is for cash. No fees, no commissions, no repairs. Get a fair cash offer in just 24 hours and close in as little as 7 days. Call 833-719-5877 now for your free no-obligation offer. That's 833-719-5877. House Buyer Network. Fast cash, no hassle.
Offers are typically below market value in exchange for speed and convenience. Call for details.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/play.
The Central Spartans play for the CIF San Diego Section Division III Championship on Saturday, and KXO will be there. Tune in for live coverage as the Spartans meet the Christian High Patriots at Southwestern College. John Triple and I will be on the air at 3 p.m. on KXO AM 1230 and on the KXO YouTube channel.
Yep, the Spartans are still in it. Good for them. I don't really know how it all works. So they kind of like tiered championships, but good for them. The Spartans are in there. Otherwise, let's go ahead and talk about some Thanksgiving a little bit. Did you know today families across the nations gather for turkey and pie? But did you know this cherished tradition was once a major source of conflict? Not Thanksgiving. For decades in the 19th century, southern states flat out refused to celebrate Thanksgiving. They saw the Norse push for a national holiday as an act of, quote, northern aggression. Southern leaders viewed the New England tradition and its associated foods like pumpkin pie as an attempt to force northern values on their way of life, intertwining regional rivalries with the complex politics of slavery. Virginia's governor in the 1850s even called the idea a theatrical national claptrap. That's kind of amazing. It wasn't until the Civil War in 1863 that President Abraham Lincoln officially proclaimed the National Thanksgiving Day to unite a war-torn nation. Even then, many Southerners only officially adopted the holiday after the Reconstruction era ended in 1877. So as you enjoy your meal today, remember this unifying holiday that we share was once a deeply divisive dinner. Kind of amazing. And also about Thanksgiving, did you think about the TV dinner as it relates to Thanksgiving? The surprising answer lies with a Thanksgiving disaster and a whole lot of turkey. It was 1953, and a salesman for the Swanson Food Company had a massive problem. Someone had mistakenly ordered 260 tons of frozen turkeys, enough to feed a small army, and Thanksgiving had just passed. The company was facing a huge loss. But enter Betty Cronin, a smart sales executive at the company. She had a light bulb moment. She used the aluminum trays inspired by the airline industry to package the turkey with trimmings like stuffing and sweet potatoes. The whole meal could be heated on the go. This was totally a new idea, but this was precisely combination clicked. They produced 5,000 meals the very first year of Swanson's TV dinners. The Swanson TV dinner became a cultural phenomenon, perfect for busy families gathering around the new television sets. So next time you see one, you can think an accidental over-order of Thanksgiving burgers for one of America's most iconic meals. Quite amazing, I think. I don't know, maybe you don't think that. Let's go ahead and talk about some birthdays. Whatever floats your boat, you know what I'm saying? Today's birthday, Bill Nye is turning 70 degrees. He's probably a lot hotter than that. Bill Nye is turning 70. Actor William Fichtner is 69. Actor Michael Rispoli from the Rispanos and the Rum Diary is 65. Actor Fisher Stevens from TV's Early Edition and Short Circuit is 62. Also does some documentaries, including, I want to say, some soccer documentaries with the Spice Girl and her husband. Let's see, what else we got? Michael Vartan is 57. Robin Gibbons, 61. It says actor Robin Gibbons. She's actually the sidekick of the long shock jock history of whatever his name is. It skips me right now. Someone will call and tell me later. Elizabeth Marvel is 56. Kirk Acevedo from Fringe and Oz is 54. Actor Jaleel White from Family Matters is 49. Actor R.J. Smith from Perception is 42. Actor Allison Pill from Scott's Pilgrim, is that what I just said? Verse the World, and Midnight in Paris is 40. And actor Lashana Lynch, No Time to Die, is 38. Happy birthday, Lashana. I have no idea who you are. And I will be back in a moment. Let's go ahead and do this.
The holiday rush starts here at your San Diego County Ford dealers. The Ford Black Friday Sell-a-thon is on. It's 4 days only of some of our best offers across the entire Ford lineup. From America's best-selling Ford F-Series trucks for 48 years, the legendary F-150 and Super Duty, the Bronco family of SUVs for those who don't wait for adventure to begin, all-electric standouts like the Mustang Mach-E and F-150 Lightning, and Explorer and Escape, the perfect balance of comfort, capability, and everyday versatility. Get ready to power through whatever the season brings in a Ford. But don't wait. These Black Friday Sell-a-thon savings are here for 4 days only. The clock's ticking, the lots are moving, and these are the season's biggest savings on an incredible selection of Ford vehicles. Rush in before the sell-a-thon and the savings are over December 1st. Get to your San Diego County Ford dealers today. Claim based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year industry reported total.
All offers valid at Imperial County Ford dealers.
It's happy birthday time on Thanksgiving Day. Happy birthday to Aaron Rea, Jose Moreno Jr., Maria Monreal, Jack McCormick, Nora McCormick. They're husband and wife with the same birthday. Interesting. Nozomi Nogashira, Moses Aguilar Jr., Julie Oliver, Angela Cosio, Anthony Sace, James Williams, Stephanie Mendoza, Raquel Aviles Munoz, and R.L. Dennis. Happy birthday to you from all of us here at KXO.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in California at highschoolofficials.com.
What's it here, Sarah?
The 60s and 70s await you again during a time trip back to the 20th century. The American Hit List is the show that takes you there, and I'll be your guide. This is Machine Gun Kelly. Join me for the adventure right here.
To the Batmobile. Let's go.
Tune in to Machine Gun Kelly, Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. to noon, right here on AM 1230 KXO.
Yes, it's about 7:36 on a Thanksgiving Thursday. Just a quick little thing. I found this thing about this guy named Martin Strobe in Helsingborg, Sweden. His kids said, hey, we found this thing in the Guinness Book of World Records where the record is 81 matchsticks up the nose. So the previous record was 68, held by a Danish man. Apparently the Swedes weren't about to let Denmark win that one. Martin said the idea came when his kids were flipping through the Guinness Book and said, Dad, you should try something. On record day, he slid in match after match, one at a time, calm as a yoga instructor at a lumber mill. When the final count reached 81, the official Guinness judge said, this qualifies as both a world record and a cry for help. Martin reports no injuries, although he admits that when he sneezes now, it sounds like someone's shuffling a deck of cards. Well, thank you very much for that. You know what? When it's cold up there in the Scandinavian countries, there's not a lot to do but to play with your matches. Anyway, let's do the World and California News headlines. These are brought to you by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District, delivering real-time updates about the air that you breathe.
CBS News special report. Trump administration officials are holding a news conference on yesterday's shootings of 2 National Guard troops in Washington, D.C. CIA Director John Ratcliffe says the gunman was an Afghan national who had worked with the CIA in Afghanistan.
These are dedicated service members who were performing their duties in service to our nation, and they are currently in critical condition. They have undergone surgery.
U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Janine Pirro.
He drove his vehicle across country from the state of Washington with the intended target of coming to our nation's capital.
The suspect faces 3 counts of assault with intent to kill while armed and weapons charges.
This is what happens in this country when people are allowed in who are not properly vetted.
President Trump wants to review the status of every Afghan who entered the U.S. during the Biden administration. CBS News Special Report. I'm Michael Wallace.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news. Drivers out to beat the rush this Thanksgiving should head out early. And according to Doug Shoup with AAA, saying the roads will be packed.
This is a record breaker of a Thanksgiving travel holiday. The overall travel volume is going to actually break a record for the 7th year in a row.
Gas prices going down a little over the past 2 weeks to a statewide average of $4.60 a gallon. Lawmakers and farmers awaiting the Trump administration's plan to provide relief for the agriculture industry. California Farm Bureau President Shannon Douglas among those at a gathering in Ventura County where they discussed immigration crackdowns and tariffs on trading partners.
What we really want to do is inspire the next generation, a generation that cares significantly about social equity and climate crisis.
On Friday night, an electrical fire broke out on a container ship at the port of Long Beach. An hour and a half later, there was an explosion. Port Executive Director Gene Soroka says at least 117 containers were damaged. Jeff Scott, California News.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
California headline news. LAX seeing a rise in vehicle thefts and break-ins. Police confirming 138 car-related cases at the airport so far this year. That's up from 111 last year and 67 in 2023. Some of the commonly targeted vehicles include Dodge TRXs, GMC Yukons, GMC Denali's, Cadillac Escalades, and Jeep Rubicons. Authorities say thieves in parking lots and garages are often new, high-end trucks. In several cases, rear windows have been punched out without alarm sounding. California News, I'm Jeff Scott.
World and California News headlines have been brought to you by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org for real-time information about the air you breathe.
Tired of swiping left on a bike that just isn't the one? Bobby's Territorial Harley-Davidson is ready to help riders find the perfect motorcycle. It's their Meet Your Match event, and they are dedicated to helping every rider find the one that fits their style, their ride, and their soul. Plus, the fun doesn't stop there. Visit their website at territorialhd.com. Don't spend another day without your dream bike. Come meet your match today at Bobby's Territorial Harley-Davidson, 2550 East Gila Ridge Road in Yuma.
Page 1 of the local news is a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire, and Auto Centers, with 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors in the Brawley Auto Center at Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. Let's go to the KXO Newsroom with an earlier version of me. It's Thanksgiving weekend, one of the biggest weekends of the year for off-roaders who flock to the Imperial Valley. The dunes around Glamis and the open desert and the Superstitions are full of people enjoying the weather and the wide open desert. Imperial County Sheriff's deputies, Bureau of Land Management rangers, and other first responders are patrolling the hot spots and working to keep everyone safe. Many government agencies are closed Thanksgiving as well as Friday. Many retailers are kicking off the holiday shopping season with Black Friday sales events as they try to separate shoppers from their cash. High school football continues as the Central Spartans will play for the CIF San Diego Section Division III title. The Spartans will meet the Christian High School Patriots on Saturday at 3:30 p.m. The game will be played at Southwestern College in Chula Vista. The game will be carried live on KXO AM 1230 and on the KXO YouTube channel, with the pregame starting at 3 p.m. In the KXO Newsroom, I'm Aaron Atadero. Local news is 7:43 a.m. KXO time. We'll be back after this.
Scheduling your automotive service appointment at El Centro Motors just got easier. Visit elcentromotors.net. Follow the prompts. Sign in. Schedule your service appointment at your selected location. It's easier and faster than ever before. elcentromotors.net. Schedule an appointment at any of the Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, at El Centro Motors Service Department, or one of the mobile service vans that comes to you. elcentromotors.net. Schedule now.
More local news. Vehicles burned. Semi-trucks were burning. It happened at the Speedway gas station at Highway 7 and Maggio Road. A semi caught fire and it quickly spread to 4 other semi-trucks. County Fire responded. It took them almost 8 hours to extinguish the fires and prevent them from spreading even further. 2 of the trucks were completely destroyed. None of the semis were occupied. No injuries were reported. The cause is under investigation. There's also a woman injured in a single vehicle collision on Tuesday. The California Highway Patrol said it happened at Highway 86 and West Keystone Road. The vehicle ran into a utility pole, possibly belonging to AT&T, and a traffic sign. Both the pole and sign were knocked over. A woman was found unresponsive in the vehicle. She was removed from the vehicle and transported to a hospital. Her condition is not known. The cause of the collision is under investigation. That's page 1 of the local news. It has been a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Let's talk about it. Bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to KXO AM 1230 at 7 a.m. or on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to KXORadio.com for a podcast of the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
Page 2 of the local news is brought to you by B&H Refrigeration in Yuma. Family owned and operated for over 77 years. Active military receive a 10% discount. Let's go back to the KXO Newsroom with an earlier version of me. El Centro Police Department receives a grant, $60,000. The funds are from the California Department of Alcoholic Beverage Control. The funds are to reduce alcohol-related harm in the community. The grant is one of 50 awarded in California to local law enforcement agencies through ABC's Alcohol Policing Partnership Program. The grant strengthened local law enforcement efforts by combining theirs with ABC agents who have expertise in alcoholic beverage laws to help reduce alcohol-related harm within the community. And speaking of the community, it is the season of the scam, so please be warned. Local law enforcement agencies are warning that phone scams spike during the holiday season. The Imperial County Sheriff's Office suggests that if you receive a phone call and the caller is requesting you verify personal or account information, hang up. Don't answer any questions. Don't press any buttons. This is more than likely a scam. If you think the call might be legitimate, you can verify by hanging up and calling back by using the organization's phone number available on their website. Remember, hang up. It's a scam. You can report scams to the Federal Trade Commission. In the KXO Newsroom, I'm Aaron Atadero. Another news, it's Magical Christmas Trees Light the Way. I think that's the theme. The 79th Annual El Centro Christmas Parade will be held Saturday, December the 6th. The parade is hosted by the Imperial Valley Regional Chamber of Commerce, Los Vigilantes, and the City of El Centro. They are inviting everyone to join them in celebrating the Christmas spirit with the 79th Annual El Centro Christmas Parade. This theme this year is Magical Christmas Trees Light the Way. The parade kicks off at 10 a.m. The route is near 12th and Main Street to 8th Street, then south on 8th to Buckley Park. KXO News Time, 7:47. Be back after this.
Some folks think they won't need B&H refrigeration till next spring, sometime when the weather starts warming up and their refrigeration system won't work. But what about these cool, brisk winter mornings when you wake up and there's no heat in the house? Well, B&H Refrigeration can help there, too, with a system checkup and repair or replace with a Janitrol Rheem York system.
Call 928-782-3854 in Yuma.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about some weather. Today's weather will be brought to you by an earlier version of me. According to the National Weather Service, dry and tranquil weather conditions will continue into the weekend with slightly above normal temperatures. What does that mean for us today? Thanksgiving Day. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Partly sunny with the high near 77. Calm winds becoming south around 5 miles per hour. And for tonight, mostly clear with the low around 51. For tomorrow, sunny with a high near 78, calm winds. Friday night's low will be 49. And by the weekend, calm winds for the entire weekend. Saturday, 74, a low of 49. And by Sunday, a high of 75 with a low of 49. Currently, it's 51 degrees downtown El Centro. A light kiss of a breeze out of the west-northwest, 2 to 5 miles per hour. 74% humidity, and air quality along the entire basin is pretty good. This local news and weather has been brought to you by B&H Refrigeration in Yuma. Call them at 928-782-3854 or visit their website at bnhref.com. I'll spell that out for you. bnhref.com. Nothing less than the best from B&H. Be back after this.
I've got good news. The Peanut Patch is extending their anniversary celebration. Well, due to some nasty weather over this past weekend, they're going to extend their celebration into next Saturday. Yeah, everything is going to be there. All the great gift ideas, the vendors, the free samples, the fun, tamales. Yeah, it's the Peanut Patch. Their celebration continues this Saturday. Where is the Peanut Patch? It's in Yuma, and it's easy to get to. Google thepeanutpatch.com, and, well, you'll see some great gift ideas. You'll see directions on how to get there. Don't forget, the Peanut Patch anniversary celebration continues this Saturday. I'll see you there.
Let's do some sports time. Sports time is brought to you by the newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District, combining 2 hospitals to better serve you. Let's go ahead and talk about some basketball. A lot of college basketball was on, I've been noticing. A busy night saw a major tournament concluded in dramatic fashion, as well as some somber news and a Hall of Fame addition to the coaching ranks. The biggest game of the night saw a powerhouse performance from the 7th-ranked Michigan Wolverines. They utterly dominated the 12th-ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs with a final score of 101-61 to win the multi-team players era championship in Las Vegas. Michigan was impressive throughout the tournament and earned a $1 million NIL bonus to split among the team with the victory. Players getting paid. Number 8, Alabama raced past Maryland 105-72, and number 6, Louisville beat NJIT, whatever that is, 104-47. Away from the court, the college sports community is mourning the loss of Ethan Dietz, a sophomore forward at Connors State College in Oklahoma. Dietz died on Tuesday from a head injury he sustained during a game on Saturday. Initial reports indicated a head injury was the cause, and the school has canceled several upcoming games. That's unfortunate. And finally, a big name in football is stepping into head coaching role. Hall of Fame running back Marshall Faulk, local San Diego kid, has finalized a 3-year deal to become the new head coach at Southern University, an HBCU program. Faulk leaves his position as the running backs coach under Deion Sanders at Colorado for his first head coaching job. And let's see, news time is 7:52. Be back after this.
Big changes are happening in Imperial Valley. The newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District is paving the way for a healthier future. By uniting El Centro Regional Medical Center and Pioneers Memorial Hospital, we're creating a stronger, more connected healthcare system, one that's built to serve you. Together, we're expanding services, strengthening care, and building a sustainable future for all residents of Imperial Valley. The Imperial Valley Healthcare District. Stronger together. Healthier tomorrow.
And in other sports, major college football news out of Baton Rouge. The LSU Tigers are moving on from head coach Brian Kelly. The university officially announced the termination of Kelly without cause last night, effective immediately. The move comes from a disappointing season for the Tigers, who finished the regular season with a 6-6 record. Despite the mediocre performance this year, the timing of the firing is a huge financial story. By firing him without cause, LSU is on the hook for the entirety of Kelly's massive contract. According to the terms of his agreement, the school will owe Brian Kelly the fully remaining $54 million on his contract. That is one of the largest coaching buyouts in college football history. Kelly was hired in 2021 and compiled a solid 32-15 record over his 3 seasons, including a trip to the SEC championship game last year. However, booster expectations are high at LSU, and the administration decided to pull the trigger for a change in leadership. Athletic director Scott Woodward is already beginning the search for a new head coach, and the pressure is on to find a leader who can immediately return the Tigers to national championship contention. Hey, you're fired. Here's $54 million. That's not bad. With regards to other football and the college ranks, so this weekend is a do-or-die scenario for several top teams as the final games of the regular season directly determine who makes the 12-team college football playoff. Right now, the 3 undefeated teams are number 1, Ohio State, number 2, Indiana, number 3, Texas A&M, and Georgia currently has the 4 spot at 10-1. All those teams would get a bye. There's the game, of course, this weekend, Ohio State and Michigan. They'll find out who goes to the Big Ten championship. And the SEC has number 4, Georgia, who is trying to get in a championship game as well. Number 10, Alabama's playing. Everybody's playing. Number 6, Oregon needs to win, or they may drop out of the top 12 altogether. And number 5, Texas, and number 11, BYU, are fighting for a position in that first round. There's an automatic qualifier in the mix. The new format guarantees 5 conference champions. So the current projected 5th automatic qualifier is number 24, Tulane. From the group of 5 conferences, their position on that of other potential conference championships like the ACC is fluid and dependent on this weekend outcomes. But number 24, Tulane, could make the top 12 by winning their conference. That's kind of amazing. Sports Time has been brought to you by the newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District, stronger together and paving the way for a healthier future. It is 7:55 on a Thanksgiving morning.
Imperial Valley Business Resource Center is a one-stop shop for business development. We provide a complete roadmap to success for startups, entrepreneurs, and small to medium-sized businesses. Our in-house services include startup assistance, workforce development, manufacturing assistance, site selection, access to capital, accounting, cash flow management, permitting assistance, government contracting, international trade, incentive analysis, and more. Contact IVBRC today at 760-353-8332 or visit ivbrc.org to get started.
Today's financial news is brought to you by the Southwest Security, a locally owned company that protects you, your home, business, or construction site 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. So your market wrap-up for the short Thanksgiving week closing out Wednesday, that's yesterday, November 26th. Major U.S. stock indexes finished the abbreviated holiday week with impressive gains, capping a roller coaster month for investors. The rally was fueled by increasing confidence that the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates at its December meeting. The S&P 500 climbed 1.5% on Monday, adding to its jump from Friday, before rising again to end the week at 6,811.60. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 0.4% on Monday and closed at 47,423.54. The NASDAQ Composite led the way for the week, gaining 2.7% on Monday and closing at 23,211.97. The upbeat momentum came despite some mixed economic signals this week. A Federal Reserve report noted economic activity was little changed recently, though some districts saw weaker labor demand. Meanwhile, consumer confidence fell to its lowest level since April, potentially due to the recent government shutdown and ongoing concerns about inflation and the job market. While some individuals report on big tech companies helped lift the market, the overall sentiment points towards cautious optimism surrounding potential Fed actions. With the markets closed tomorrow for Thanksgiving, that's today. Sorry, I printed this up yesterday, and only a partial day of trading on Friday. Investors will be closely watching for upcoming economic data and other hints from the Fed. While investors wrapped up in an abbreviated optimistic trading week, A cautious mood lingers, there's that word again, among retailers preparing for the crucial holiday shopping season. With consumers feeling the pinch of inflation and tariff uncertainty, stores aren't just relying on deep discounts of this year. They are revamping strategies to capture wary spending dollars. Macy's is shifting focus to the in-store experience, hoping enhanced service and curated displays will draw foot traffic away from online competitors. Meanwhile, Walmart is doubling down on operational efficiency, promising faster than ever delivery times to win over shoppers, prioritizing convenience. Gap-owned Old Navy is taking a more creative approach, leveraging its new creative director, famed designer Zach Posen, to inject a sense of style and newness into its affordable offerings. And despite a recent report from the Conference Board showing U.S. consumer confidence has dipped to its lowest point since April, early holiday sales reports indicate high-income earners are already spending robustly. The real test will be whether these strategic revamps can convince middle-income and budget-conscious shoppers to open their wallets in the final weeks of the year. The battle for the holiday dollar is officially on. That's 7:58. I'll be back in a minute.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in the Imperial Valley and Coachella Valley. The mission has always been to protect your property, whether it's your home, business, or construction site. Your satisfaction is their number one priority. Make that phone call today to protect your property by calling Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 760-970-4500. And don't forget about Southwest Postal, your one-stop shipping center. Plus, they offer you 24-hour mailbox rental located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro.
This weather, Thanksgiving Day, partly sunny, high near 77. Calm winds all day with a low of 51. It's going to be a fantastic day. I hope you will enjoy your Thanksgiving tidings as I will. This financial news and weather update has been brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service offering 24-hour-a-day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal at 4th and Heil in El Centro. It is 8 a.m.
K's Garnet. Become a K's Garnet loyal customer. Scan the QR code in-store for weekly super specials via text message. And also be entered to win K's Garnet giveaways. No purchase necessary. Check out these specials. Chicken breast, $1.89 a pound. Chicken wings, 99 cents a pound. Chicken fajitas, buy one, get one. Su carne arrachera, $10.99 a pound. When you mention this ad. Open in El Centro, 8 to 8. In Yuma, 9 to 7. We match our competitors' prices. K's Garnet, 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro. And Kennedy's Carne, 380 East 16th Street in Yuma.
Not too bad, I don't think. I don't think that was too his voice, but this is AM 1230 KXO El Centro. Time for your news.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile Business Advantage.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. At least as two West Virginia National Guard members remain in critical condition after being shot in Washington, D.C. yesterday. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi tells Fox News.
Pray, everyone pray today for these two soldiers, these two guards, the man and woman. But if something happens, I will tell you right now, I will tell you early, we will do everything in our power to seek the death penalty against that monster.
Authorities say it was an ambush-style shooting. The suspect is in critical condition after being wounded by responding National Guard members.
I'm Linda Kenyon in Washington. U.S. Attorney Janine Pirro says the two service members are 20-year-old Sarah Beckstrom and 24-year-old Andrew Wolf.
These are dedicated service members who were performing their duties in service to our nation.
Pirro spoke about the suspect.
He has been identified as Ramanullah Lakhanwal, a 29-year-old Afghan.
She says he came to the U.S. in 2021 under Operation Allies Welcome. FBI Director Kash Patel says the shooting is being investigated as an act of terrorism.
Russian leader Vladimir Putin says that Moscow would end its Ukraine offensive if Kyiv withdrew from territory Moscow claims as its own. Otherwise, they would take it by force. This as talks continue on the U.S.-backed peace deal aimed at ending Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Hong Kong fire services say the death toll in the high-rise apartment fires has risen to 75, with hundreds still missing. Campbell's has announced a shakeup in its executive ranks.
Following an internal investigation, the Campbell's company announced that it has fired one of its executives. This comes after the release of an audio recording that allegedly captured the executive calling Campbell's products food for poor people. He's been identified as Martin Bally, a VP in the company's information technology department. Campbell says they believe he is the voice on the recording and called his comments vulgar, offensive, and false. Jen Clark, CBS News.
In New York City this morning. A festive mood as a huge crowd watches the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Odyssey New York reporter Glenn Schuck is there.
There's huge and fantastic energy at this parade this year. It started right on time. We've been talking about the winds. It's just a minor factor at this point. Huge crowds for the 99th. You can imagine they're already going to start planning, if you can believe it or not, for next year's 100th as soon as they're done here.
Pope Leo is urging Turkey to continue being a source of stability and dialogue in a world driven by conflict. The American Pope emphasizes a message of peace on his arrival in that country today. The Pope will also visit Lebanon during his first trip as pontiff. This is CBS News.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Right now, you can save big with T-Mobile's phone and home internet bundle. Visit your local store to learn more.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon. Hello? You won't believe where I am. Are you running? Mile 26. I'm going to make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture. And then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible portages on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Buckley of Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
A new study finds artificial intelligence can already do the work of 12% of the nation's workforce. More from CBS's Michael Wallace.
Researchers at MIT found AI already has the capacity to handle document processing and analytical support for financial services firms, administrative tasks for healthcare providers, and quality control for manufacturers. AI systems now generate more than 1 billion lines of code each day, reducing demand for entry-level programmers. More than 150 million Americans across 1,000 occupations already interact and overlap with AI's abilities. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Authorities say a shark killed a woman and seriously wounded another swimmer at Crowdy Bay National Park in Australia. Police say beaches in the area are now closed to swimmers indefinitely as they try to identify the shark species responsible. A paramedic says a bystander applied a tourniquet to the man's leg and it may have saved his life. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The holidays were tricky for the Colonel. He loved people, but he also loved peace and quiet. So he cooked up KFC's $4.99 chicken pot pie. Warm, flaky, with savory sauce and vegetables. It's a tender chicken-filled excuse to get some time to yourself and step away from decking the halls, whatever that means. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. KFC's chicken pot pie. The best $4.99 you'll spend this season.
Prices and participation may vary while supplies last. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
Selling your home, it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. You could go it alone, trying to navigate market trends, determine fair pricing, and tackle tricky negotiations on your own. You could second-guess every decision, wondering if you're doing it right. Then there's the showings, the offers, and the mountain of paperwork. Or you could work with the expertise of a realtor, here to guide and help protect as you make your next big move. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
It's Aaron Atadero on AM 1230.
Hey, Aaron. Where is Aaron right now? Why didn't you answer me the first time I said Aaron?
Because it's pronounced Aaron.
AM 1230, the best oldies on the radio.
1230.